Okay, in chapter 39, and this is page 169, you have 44 checklist items to prepare for before an interview. And can you cover a few of them? They're really good in terms of what someone needs to do, think about, and find out before the interview. But what are they?
And I'll hit a couple salient points. Let me speak to preparation first for just a moment. I've written 5 books, average 70,000 words a book, 350,000 words, 5 different titles. But the overline theme of all 5 books, 3 words: prepare to win. And again, I'd love to repeat that. Prepare to win. All 5 books, you know, Swim with the Sharks Without Being Eaten Alive, Beware the Naked Man, Who Offers You His Shirt. How would you like the title, Prepare to Win? Boring. It'll go in the ash can. No one's going to buy your books. But the facts are, you can't be successful unless you prepare. So again, another theme of my life, and people ask me, why have you had a lot of luck? Those 3 words, preparation, prepare to win. So then, what is it? I'm going to see you again. You're XYZ. You're the one that's interviewing me. All right? I have to do some things before I get there. Well, number one, there's many points, of course, about appearance. There's many, many points about really the substantive things you have to do. I have to, yes, Google your company, and I have to know about your firm, and we'll get into the invisible web later, all right? But I have to know what's going on in your company right now, how many employees you have, what kinds of acquisitions have you made recently. Because I've talked before about the McKay 66, I want to know as much as I can about you. I want to be sure that I pronounce the names right. Sometimes you have to have 2, 3, 4 different persons that are interviewing you. I want to know about the gatekeeper. Hopefully they can come in, ask her by name. I want to be prepared, all right, so that when I come out of the interview, I know exactly what I'm going to do when I debrief myself. Very important. I want to have 2, 3, 4 key points that I want to get across in the interview. Very, very important. So, yes, you're going to ask me questions, but I want to get around to what I've done in my career and some salient points. So all these things, those are just a few of the 44. Don't want to name too many of them. You know, I used to sell ties and underwear, okay, and stockings and belts, and here's what I learned. Don't ever put more than 3 ties on the counter. Don't confuse, okay, the customer. So 44 points, we mentioned maybe 6 or 8 of them.
Very nice. Now you also have some tips for the second interview, and obviously there's going to be some different kind of preparation, but how does that differ, and how have you treated that inside the book?
Well, the second, and I have to tell a little parable or my philosophy again, second interview is critical, all right? You have to go review your notes. You have to remember that all of the questions that you asked during the interview, okay, but you took copious notes. Again, constant, immediate, unfiltered feedback from the interviewer. And if you have a coach or you have a recruiter that's helping you, you come out of the interview, you share that information with them right away. But in reviewing your notes, what questions was I asked that I got embarrassed about? What questions was I asked that I didn't know the answers to? What are some additional questions in the second interview, okay, that I would like to ask? You see the difference? All right, now here is the story that really nails it, though. And the story is about the meticulous spender. He had a little black book. He kept track, he or she, all right, every single penny he ever spent. You know, tips to the waiters or waitress. If you happen to be a smoker, hope you aren't, cigarettes, newspapers, gum, candy. Meticulous spender. Every single penny he ever spent, kept track of. He only had one problem. He never stopped to add it up. What good does it do to take all these copious notes, knowing that you forget 50% again what you hear, you get it down in paper, and you don't study it? Doesn't make any sense. So that's the critical key to get the second interview. Name of the game is first the resume, all right, which is only supposed to get you the interview. Now you get the interview, and you have to follow those steps. There are 9 steps in the book, all right, to get the reorder, which means get the next interview.
Great tip.